Oi. Welcome to the FU. This is the Horrible Opinion Show.
So the first unpopular opinion we have today is from Max. On paper, Chelsea are the worst of the big six teams. Ooh.
Before I answer this question, when we say big six teams, do we include Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham, Liverpool, Man City?
Yeah. So it's in quotes big six, so it's not the top six, it's the big six.
Okay. So the big six teams.
Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly
name them.
Name this: Liverpool, City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. So quickly we can easily rule out Liverpool, City, done.
Okay.
Chelsea are definitely on paper worse than them.
Mm-hmm.
So then that leaves between the four sort of strugglers of the top six.
I would, on paper, again we have to define what on paper means, but on paper, using my mental definition, first thing I think of, Tottenham's out as well.
I also think
Tottenham are better on paper than them?
Yes.
Okay, I do agree. If everyone is fully fit, Harry Kane is there.
Firing at their best.
Yeah.
Tottenham
Better.
out.
Now.
Okay,
now the
Arsenal.
No, let's start with United first.
United, Rashford, Martial, Pogba, De Gea.
No way. De Gea, definitely. Pogba, definitely.
I'm saying then on
Everybody
paper,
else?
Harry Maguire.
No way.
On paper, he's the most
Rudiger.
expensive centre-back in the world.
Yeah.
So, there.
So you're saying Rudiger is better?
I'm saying Rudiger, Christensen, Tomori,
on paper,
are at a similar level to Harry Maguire. I can't say Harry Maguire is much better. So
what you're saying
despite being the most expensive centre back, I'm saying he's
okay.
not head and shoulders above the Chelsea centre backs. Not that they are better than him.
Who did you name? Rudiger, Christensen, Tomori.
Yeah.
Right? And to compare, let's say,
Zuma,
Maguire, Lindelof, Smalling, Tuanzebe, right? Zuma, who else? In terms of centre-back, I'd say they're equal, although I do put United above them. Just because I do think Lindelof gets into that Chelsea team, in my opinion.
Okay, let's do this. That bunch from United versus that bunch from Chelsea. Mm. Do you think that bunch from United is better?
Yes, slightly, but yes. I think
on paper.
On paper. And again, I would ask you, you're looking at it.
No. I just thought about it. I think I agree.
So I'm going to agree on paper at least, United are better than Chelsea.
In the midfield is the only place where we could really have a conversation.
I think in midfield going forward, I don't believe in what you guys have there.
Going forward, because we're shorting a right winger, which is sad. It's true.
Yeah, because on paper, our right winger has to be, like Dan James or Pereira or Mata.
Thing is, on paper, Chelsea's right winger would not be Hudson-Odoi, but
Willian.
Yeah, but Frank Lampard comes through and he's playing career mode for real. That does make a lot of sense. So he's like, nope, no Pedro, no Giroud, no Willian. Boom. But I think Man United will edge Chelsea just a little bit in the end. Because the goalkeeping department is...
So then, Arsenal, I'm going to say, again, I think this guy's right. So I'm going to say Arsenal are just above because if you put on paper Nicolas Pepe, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Mesut Ozil, that on paper is crazy.
When are we going to stop rating Ozil like this, guys?
Yeah,
no, on paper.
Now, I do agree with Tino here. Ozil in 2020 is not Ozil in 2014.
Yeah, true. Yeah, definitely not.
But also, let's not forget, it's the same thing really, but it's not. Chelsea's attacking players are winners. They win Premier League, they win World Cups. They just don't play for Chelsea.
Yeah.
They just don't play for Chelsea.
The thing is, on paper, Chelsea's starting forward players are not winners.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They start the kids who haven't even won promotion to the Prem. Besides Tammy, obviously.
Yeah. So who is their best player, right? If we're gonna compare Tammy, who is
their best player,
who was their best player of who's starting in the starting lineup, the front three, Tammy's their best player. He has the most goals, at least. Let's say that, right? And he was top scorer in the championship last season, fighting to be now. Compared to Aubameyang, who we all saw that stat last night, where this guy,
most goals,
he's doing crazy stuff, right? If we can admit that Salah's doing crazy stuff, which I think we all can, then Aubameyang has to be up there in terms of that. I think that we all rate Lacazette as well.
Okay, so we gotta move on. So what's the final verdicts? I'm gonna say great success.
Fuck, great success. Fuck it, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Great success, man. I didn't want it to be true, but
I didn't either.
But it
great
is.
success.
Next, we have Simba. Van Dijk isn't just a complete centre-back. He's the complete footballer. Play him up front and he'll bag 20. Play him in the midfield and he'll control the game. Play him at full-back and he won't look out of place. I don't know if that can be said about any other centre-back in history.
I want to hear what he says.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go, Mr. Liverpool.
Did he say any centre back in history?
Yes, in history.
I don't think he's the only centre back in history who this can be said about, but he does have a point.
I'm gonna say, also agree with that. Clearly, this can be said about other centre backs in history. Have you seen Sergio Ramos? He's still playing and he's still doing this. He's bagging goals in seasons from centre back.
Yeah.
So that part of the comment, terrible. Didn't think about it. Got a little excited when he was writing it by the end.
Yeah.
Discard that. I think I agree, actually.
Yeah. It's just that last sentence that really ruins it.
Ruining it.
I think I agree also. And just because I don't think... When you say bag 20, right, up front, we're talking about like all competitions. You're playing like 50, 40 games, something like that. How many games you play, right? Which I don't think is impossible, only because of like what Newcastle's doing, for example. Like you heard last night, like 20 of the 25.
20 of 24 goals were from centre backs this season.
You get what I'm saying? Which is
like that.
Fucking crazy. So that's had I not had that context in my mind, then I'd be like, that's wrong, because you can't just say to say he'd bag 20 like that so dismissively is kind of like taking away from the striker.
No, he'd bag 20 as a striker.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're like, come on, bro. Why would he bag 20 as a striker? It's like there are strikers who are better strikers than Van Dijk is, but they're not bagging 20. So I feel like it's kind of dismissing the role and the importance and the difficulty of their job to say he bagged it. That's the only part I have. Because I think in midfield he can get by depending on role. I think the same for right back. I think the same centre back. But striker is where I'd have my only issue. Because it's hard to score
But
goals.
did you see him that one time with the touch in the back heel?
I think he'd bag 20, man. Van Dijk is good in the air, he's good with his feet, and he's composed. So I think he could bag 20. I think he could bag 20. Not that he would be the best striker, but I think he's capable.
He could do a job, Ashley Barnes.
Yeah.
For me to end it off, I'm gonna say it's a bit of a stretch to say all of this very confidently. But I'm still going to give it a great success.
Can we give it like a mid success? Like a small success?
You gotta go balls deep on either side.
Because I know what you're gonna say, I'm gonna say naughty just because I want it to balance out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So naughty,
Can't
that's
be
Great.
Great success. Next we have
the big one
from Shruti, Kroos+Modric greater than Xavi+Iniesta. Wow, that's a big comment. That is a big shout.
I'm gonna wait for someone else to start.
Great success. I'll start it right now.
Okay, so to compare, who looks nicer? Xavi+Iniesta. The way you see them play, you're just like, wow, beautiful. Those triangles, great, tasty.
With Messi playing false 9 here, coming in.
But then you say the success of the Kroos+Modric partnership of just 4 Champions Leagues, just like that. Then
super under the radar too. It's very unappreciated in their peaks, both of them.
And the one thing that we cannot forget about these guys is, Xavi and Iniesta played together for Spain as well. So they were able to build chemistry across the board all the time. These guys were coming from different countries, different clubs, different styles of play, and they'd still go back home. And Modric was still driving force to taking Croatia to the World Cup final.
Kroos still won the World Cup.
Yeah,
and the best player in their team.
So these guys are great.
I'm also say that,
one midfielder on one of the sides of the argument has won a Ballon d'Or. Whether you agree or not, whether you should have,
true.
one of them has.
That's true. Also, remember when Modric first came? He was bumhole. Like, I don't think that anybody really had that. And I don't think it was really Bamo. It was just the fans that made it
Yeah, the
worse.
fans.
Yeah.
It's
You
just
know?
pressure.
Big
you
money
know? They
move,
put-
and it's on your head. I don't think Xavi and Iniesta ever had to deal with that, especially now that we're talking about like mental pressures and stuff.
Yeah.
Modric is the only one who really had to deal with that.
And to come
And-
from that to win
Bruh.
a Ballon d'Or.
I mean,
Whether you agree or not,
Yeah, whether you agree or not. You know, an argument could also be made for Iniesta.
because
you
he
know,
podiumed.
Yeah, and like people would be like, Iniesta should no. That remember the year they podiumed? It was Messi, Xavi, Iniesta.
Yeah.
So they were both on the podium, but they didn't win it. Modric won it.
That's true. That's true.
Modric also won 4 Champions League trophies. Barcelona have 5 in their entire history, don't they?
Hectic.
Yeah, less than Liverpool. So I know.
Plus, they three-peated that shit too, bro.
Yeah. So,
Back to back to back.
So I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna have to give it a great success.
Me too. Great success.
but despite all I said, I'm still gonna give it a naughty. Because I mean, I don't think you're gonna get midfielders like Xavi and Iniesta.
Yeah.
It's like the way the stuff they did was just too nice.
Yeah, I just have to
But-
go with great success.
Yeah, that's what we have time for.
Me too.
We started off the first show with 3 naughty naughties. The second show with 3 great successes. You never know what's gonna happen.
Boom.
Dum dum.
But that's it. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace.
Out.
Yes. That was magic.